boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Just like waiting to see like what legendary is gonna come out of this deck next. Like,
I think it's a time to start learning Chinese, Mike.
Yeah, I think you're right, because you know, I've always really wanted to learn Chinese so I can start talking to all these people I'm playing in auto chess.
What's up, guys? AORUS here at the Hearthstone World Championship. We're going to talk to some folks here and get their opinions on esports in Taipei. What do you think about Taipei?
Love it.
Okay.
Love it. Great city, very modern, very technologically advanced.
台北算是一个就是东南亚还有欧美的那个连接的地方，就应该就是再扩大一点这个游戏，就邀请各国。
I love how there's people from all over the world here for this just one event. I see how there's people here based in Taiwan, there's people from Europe, there's people from the US all here to, you know, compete. They might not even speak the same language, but they're all competing.
So I was really surprised to see how excited people were about card games. For me, card games is still Pokemon. That's the last time I played a card game.
I mean, I feel like though, if you just play Hearthstone or Magic, you'd understand why those games get so hyped.
Well, I mean, between you and me, we've seen countless times where Mike has just gone full Hulk.
Whoa. Sometimes you don't draw what you need or someone draws the jackpot on you and you start blaming the game.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you know, raging is because you suck at Hearthstone or because you're using an MSI laptop. So.
Yeah. I mean, but for real, Gideon, like I want to know, like, why haven't you like given card games a shot?
You know, there's a lot of history there. I started playing Counter-Strike when I was 9. I started a professional team when I was 11. And then I got addicted to WoW. Lost a year and a half of my life. I guess I just like the action, the speed. I want to go like, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
You know, when the stakes are high, it doesn't really matter. The crowd's going to get really hyped no matter what. And so you can say a 1v1 clutch is kind of the same thing as a Epic top deck.
So you guys spent a whole day at the Hooping Stadium watching the finals. Tell us a little bit what that was like.
Yeah, I mean, watching Hunter Aces run through that tournament was so epic. Like, he's just so insanely good at Hearthstone. I think maybe he was considered the favorite going into the tournament, so like a lot of people probably earned packs that day.
Yeah, and they had this epic high-tech stage that mirrored a Hearthstone board. And even the final match between Hunter Ace and Viper was super epic, especially when Viper played his Arch, Villain, Reform and made every card in his deck legendary.
Yeah, like we were all just like right on the edge of our seats, just like waiting to see like what legendary is gonna come out of this deck next, like what super strong card, and then all of a sudden, Nat Pagel, and then like everyone just erupts in laughter.
It looked like there was a lot of high production value, and to see the crowd really pumped for an esports event in Taipei is really cool. Like, were most people from Taiwan, or are there a lot of people from overseas?
Definitely mostly Taiwanese, but obviously this was a huge like Hearthstone World Tournament, right? So like there were people from everywhere. Even like sitting near us were some people who came out from Europe just to root for Hunter Ace.
Yeah, also some of the players that went there weren't participating. We had Tom, who was like a
crowd favorite.
Crowd favorite of Taiwan, and also the last world champion. He was there just to announce the Grand Master Series for Asia, and then there's other players from North America and Europe.
Yeah, I mean, I think this all just kind of goes to show how much like Taipei is becoming an esports hub out here in Asia, right?
Yeah, especially with the League of Legends mid-season invitational happening in the same venue really soon.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point we should just rename the Hoping basketball gym to the Hoping Esports Arena.
Kopi, 你在听吗? You know, we've been talking a lot about esports in Taiwan, but there's obviously a lot happening right now in Asia to get us, you know, excited about esports. So what is happening that's getting you guys excited?
We've talked a lot about like North America stuff too, and now we're finally talking about Taiwan, but like Asia as a whole, right? Like Taiwan's called the heart of Asia, but like Korea is like the heart of esports.
Yeah, Korea's always kind of been like the mecca of esports for the longest time, and so like the West has always kind of looked at esports in Korea for inspirations, like when it comes to Brood War, League of Legends, and now Overwatch.
I think the proper thing would be to say is Korea was the king of esports, because, you know, what about that other country we often hear about?
China.
Yeah, that's true. Like the international, the kind of the marquee esports tournament of the year is going to happen in Shanghai this year.
Yeah, the first time the international is going to Asia, and it's going to be in China.
You guys went to a few TIs in the US, right? So,
yeah.
How do you think that'll be different from this one happening in Shanghai?
It's a truly international esports tournament. You get people from Europe and Asia traveling to Seattle to see this tournament. And since it happens in North America, you get these huge NA favored USA chance. And now that it's going to happen in Shanghai this year, you're going to get a lot of chance like rooting for the Chinese team. So there's going to be a lot of pressure on them to perform well.
Yeah, I was just reading about how there's actually going to be more PC game players in China in the next few years than there are people in the United States.
I think it's a time to start learning Chinese, Mike.
Yeah, I think you're right, because I've always really wanted to learn Chinese so I can start talking to all these people I'm playing in auto chess.
It's learning Chinese is going to take a while, but maybe in the meantime, you can just get yourself a Norse battle station too. Speaking of battle stations, I just got my new battle station at work set up. I've been playing a lot of Apex. Yeah. So what was the issue of Shroud dropping and all this drama, Twitch and all that?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it only got all this press because it like followed the same news cycle with all this chat about like, oh, the Twitch numbers are dropping or whatever, and oh, like Apex isn't producing enough content or whatever. But yeah, really, I think it's just some people are watching different games, and I think a lot of people are still playing. So yeah.
I don't read much into it that much because Shroud has earned the right and has the clout to complain about what he wants and play what he wants.
Well, I can't deny that, but maybe Shroud could learn Chinese if he complained a little less, and then he'd become the king of esports in Asia. Until next time. AORUS is partnering with Intel to deliver the very best i9 core CPU processors to go along with a brand new Z390 XTREME Water Force motherboard. We're giving you maximum performance out of your PC with 5.1 GHz of clock speed. No trial and error, no guesswork, just the best combination by AORUS. Boom! Headshot!